We begin tonight with the decision of the People's Democratic Party to challenge the declaration of the Osun State governorship elections as inconclusive by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. The PDP's resolve to seek legal redress is contained in a statement by the National Publicity Secretary of the opposition party, Mr. Kola Ologbodiyan. Well, according to Mr. Ologbodiyan, the fact that the polls have been concluded and results announced in all polling and collation centers removes INEC's powers to declare the election inconclusive. The PDP spokesman also insisted that the party's candidate had fulfilled all the constitutional provisions for being elected. Mr. Ologbodiyan says, quote, INEC's action in declaring a concluded election as inconclusive is therefore an annulment, totally duplicitous, constitutionally illegal, and as such null and void. The PDP challenges INEC's chairman, Professor Mahmood Yakubu, to do the needful and declare the PDP candidate, Senator Ademola Adeleke, as the winner of the election. He also called for the arrest of the Osun governorship elections returning officer for allegedly succumbing to pressure from the APC and declaring the elections inconclusive. In the meantime, the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, has met with the Social Democratic Party governorship candidate, Senator Iyola Omisore, in Ile-Ife, Osun State. Dr. Saraki, who emerged from the closed-door meeting, which lasted for hours, told journalists that the meeting is very successful.
Some understanding in principle, and we hope to be back by tomorrow with some even better news. But it's good, very promising. It's promising for the people of Osun that dream and that promise of a better tomorrow. I think we're cementing it here. So it's a very good meeting. We must commend them. At least there was definitely a significant reduction in that. Maybe it was based on some of the policies they put in place. But unfortunately, all those good things they did were now spoiled with the last issue of the inconclusive thing. I think they should have stayed courageous and bold and done the right thing. And I think that also, to an extent, some of the security agents did show some professionalism here compared to the last election. So there are some gains there, but the last action really marred all those positive gains that they must have made. I'm confident I will win. I'm more confident now that I'm here as I'm living here.
On his part, Senator Omisore said that both the APC and the PDP are in talks with him to see the possibility of working together. He, however, says that the SDP will only work with a political party that is ready to adopt his party's manifesto to ensure good governance for the people of Osun State.
We met, we discussed, and we told him that SDP is a party, PDP a party, and APC a party. And the two parties that are going to run, including the SDP, the APC and PDP were able to have higher figure because they resolved and they are busy in vote buying. Only they've lost to SDP. So SDP is now in league of discussion with both APC and PDP. But what is going to drive us is the governance of the state, the program of SDP, the good governance of SDP, what they can project. So we are here to let whoever party comes to government to ensure they are going to adopt our own policy.
Staying with the just concluded governorship elections in Osun State, supporters of the People's Democratic Party, the PDP candidate, have staged a protest over the decision of INEC to declare a rerun. They are demanding that the candidate of the PDP in the September 22nd election, Senator Ademola Adeleke, be declared winner. The state chairman of the Conference of Political Parties, Adekunle Rafiu, insists that the mandate of the PDP candidate was stolen and must be restored for peace to reign. The rerun is scheduled to hold on September the 27th. In the meantime, the All Progressives Congress, the APC, has shifted its presidential primaries from its earliest scheduled date of Thursday, 27th September 2018 to Friday, the 28th of September 2018. According to the party's spokesperson, Mr. Yekini Nibina, the reason for the shift is to avoid a clash in dates with the Osun State governorship rerun election. He adds that it will enable all registered party members in all 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Abuja, to participate in the exercise. The date for the Osun State rerun scheduled by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, coincides with the earlier date for the APC presidential primary. It is the second time the party is changing the date for the presidential primary. The party has indicated that it will adopt a direct primary to determine its presidential candidate. President Muhammad Buhari is attending the 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York as one of the participants. The president arrived at the United Nations in a company of his wife, Aisha Buhari, and was received by members of the Nigerian delegation and top government officials. He is expected to deliver Nigeria's national statement on Wednesday, during which he will be making a case for support for the fight against corruption and terrorism and return of illicit assets, among other issues. Our correspondent Ibrahim Adra reports.
President Buhari, whose jet touched down at about 6:40 local time, was received by members of the Nigerian delegation and diplomats. His convoy drove through dedicated lanes to one of the UN Tower Plaza in Midtown Manhattan. Here too were Nigerians waiting to receive him and his wife Aisha. As the president makes his way in, his special advisor on media speaks on Nigeria's new image.
Nigeria has rediscovered herself and has got its place back in the Committee of Nations. There was a time that other countries drew back from Nigeria, but Nigeria is in the warm embrace of almost every part of the world now. So it's a deepening of that relationship.
Mr. Adesina also outlines the thrust and import of President Buhari's speech to be delivered during the general debate, which opens on Tuesday.
The significant thing for the Nigerian president this year is that he will not only be talking about Nigerian issues, he will be talking about ECOWAS issues, because he's chairman of ECOWAS, so everything that affects the sub-region he can bring up at this global forum now. So those issues will continue to be talked about till we have progress made on them.
The president is expected to make that speech, which is the highlight of the General Assembly, on Wednesday, the 26th. From Manhattan, New York City, Ibrahim Adra, reporting for Channels Television News.
Staying with the United Nations, the Global Assembly has announced the launch of the SDG Media Compact, an initiative designed to advance awareness of the Sustainable Development Goals, which was unanimously adopted by world leaders in 2015. The compact seeks to inspire media and entertainment companies around the world to leverage their resources and creative talent to advance the United Nations goals. The Vice Chairman of Channels Media Group, Mrs. Olushola Momo, who introduced the compact to the United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, on behalf of more than 100 global media and entertainment outfits, says that the Media Compact is committed to working with the United Nations to foster public discourse and spur action on the Sustainable Development Goals.
The dream of the UN is that it is a crucial and unique place to talk and to negotiate and to plan. It is also the only place that could have devised the SDGs. But it is also a place where things get done. And we're very glad now to have 5 examples of exactly the kind of action that it's going to require to get the global goals done. We're now going to reveal 5 extraordinary commitments by partners on behalf of the goals. We're asking you to put into action the things that you are real experts in yourselves. I'm now pleased to introduce Olushola Momo from the Channels TV.
Thank you. Mr. Secretary General, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of over 30 founding members encompassing more than 100 media organizations spanning more than 80 countries, I'm proud to present to you the SDG Media Compact. We are an alliance of news and entertainment media, and our commitment to you, Mr. Secretary General, is to foster public discourse and spur action on the sustainable development goals. We will increase our content on the issues spelled out in the 2030 agenda and discuss solutions. And where necessary, we will hold governments to account for the bold promise they have made to their own people and to the world. Collectively, the founding members of this compact already comprise an audience of millions globally, and we expect many more companies to join.
The federal government is promising that those affected by the floods will not be abandoned even when the floods recede. During a visit to camps for the internally displaced persons in Kotankarfe in Kogi State, the Vice President, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, acknowledged the efforts of the National Emergency Management Agency and promised to do more to improve their situation. Professor Osinbajo was accompanied by the Kogi State Governor Alhaji Yahaya Bello as he continued his tour of communities ravaged by the floods across the country.
It is the intention of the federal government, working with the state government, to ensure that when the flood waters recede, we are able to offer some rehabilitation and some comfort in whatever way possible to those who have lost their farmlands and those who have lost their homes. So this is only the first stage. I'm here to look at what has gone wrong and what has happened. A lot of land and property are underwater. But after this period, when the water recedes, that is really when the hard work begins. Because those who have lost farmlands need to be restored somehow and need to be compensated somehow. In the same way, those who have lost property, those who have lost houses, we have to make sure that we do the best we can. So I hope that in the next few weeks, we will be able to return people not just to their farmlands, but also to their homes. In the meantime, it is our duty to make sure that you are well taken care of. The duty of our government, the federal government, and the state government, to make sure that your medical health is properly taken care of, to make sure that you are well fed while you are here, and also to make sure that you are able to live as comfortably as possible.